both players, the 1 seed and the 9 seed. We know Dimwit's a buzzsaw, but we've seen the level that John Nash has improved and why he was nominated for Most Improved of 2020, as we are a go here. Here we go. Johnnash4th, the 9 seed on your right side. Dimwit, the 1 seed on your left side. As it's a bit of a late start, about an 8-second discrepancy between these two players. As we see Dimwit start to go to town, and Dimwit with a nice drop combo early on. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you're going to see out of him regularly. Although Dimwit now with no yellow to speak of, so he's going to be handcuffed just a touch.
Handcuffed a little bit, but once he gets things opened up, he can work yellows underneath, so it'll be fine.
It does appear Dimwit's column 1 is a bit cut off. We'll get that adjusted for you real quick on stream. Meanwhile, it's 17-24. Even with that time difference, you've got to say Dimwit with a definitive lead right now, but we're seeing quad plays like that out of John Nash, and suddenly it's a 3-virus game, and who knows? Maybe this is the kryptonite of Dimwit is John Nash.
It's entirely possible. Oh, a nice little tuck there from Dimwit too. He is going to town on everything.
Dimwit's surging at 7-14, and I mean, if you're John Nash, you absolutely have to beast it out there. Dimwit has 1 speed, and it is lightning fast. So good at words today. I think Dimwit maybe camping out for a double blue to get that tuck cross.
That's exactly what he's doing. Oh, and fortune smiles upon him. He'll get it out.
He's out at about 1:27. Johnnash4th, he's not really struggling. He's got good plays. He's got a
misplay
board.
there from Dimwit.
A rare misplay from Dimwit. But it looks like he's cleaning it up as quickly as possible. Those 2 pieces of red garbage will hang out for just a bit. He's decided to kind of work away from it. I think that's a good call, as John Nash looking to be out in about 1:46, which is a very respectable 8 time. I forgot, it's 8-11, not 6-9. That is right, 8-11. I was like, how is he at 8 already? Because I'm an idiot and not paying attention. It is level 8-11. Ooh, and a misdrop by John Nash.
Yeah, but it's workable. If he gets a double blue there, that'd be a great play.
A double blue will fix that, but he's handcuffed himself from that section of the board until he gets it, and it's just such a big risk to be dependent on that. He goes the tuck route. I think that's the smarter play. It is a 3-virus game because Dimwit just really not getting the clears going, and just not getting the colors he needs either.
No, not at all. He's having a little trouble there, and that's giving John Nash a chance to really catch up here. Still a couple of viruses difference, but looking at the time, and now that we're effectively tied, this is probably an even game right now.
The big thing I'm worried about with John Nash's board is he's created this massive funnel. He's left a lot of things hung up on top. That partially is due to the misdrop he had early on, and it looks like he is starting to work on that height issue. But that's the thing that might open it back up for Dimwit, as it's now a 3-virus advantage for Dimwit. But we're really seeing some smart conservative plays. Again, it's all about doing the little things right that help you do the big things right. And we're seeing it here out of John Nash. As all things considered, still pretty much a tie game between both of these players. We're still a bit cut off on column 1 on Dimwit's side, but it does look pretty clear that it looks like he's trying to looks like he's committed to just doing a drop combo. I think that's the right call here, Ethan.
Absolutely.
On some red.
That's a good play there from John Nash, getting the tuck.
Out at 344, but look at this. If you look at the 344 mark, it's not that far behind for John Nash. He'll be out at 346. He's 2 seconds off of Dimwit. He is laser focused right now. Remember, 8-11. You're going to see times probably in the mid 8s to low 9s for a good run here. And Dimwit, I believe, the record holder for round 2 as far as speed goes. And as you see now, these players tied early on. I do like Dimwit's board just a little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit of blue garbage, but it's going to make it go away, and he's got everything very much in a prime position to set up for some doubles.
And I like
great job with it, just speeding along.
Right now, Dimwit opening this game up, and this is what happens. Dimwit finds that surge and busts the game wide open. It's now almost a double-digit lead It is a double-digit lead for Dimwit at this point. Although Dimwit now has to focus on the sides of the board, but he's better than anybody at clearing the sides.
Absolutely, and he's that right side of the board is going to be a little concerning for him right now. If he gets a good yellow, like a yellow-blue would be perfect. There it is. He'll get it, and it gets a nice little setup too on the left side.
And a tuck clear is optimal here. It is 13-5. This is where John Nash is going to come back in. John Nash is so good at that end game.
Ooh, last second course correction there from Dimwit. Almost made a bit of a mistake. But he corrects himself, and he just needs a few more yellows.
7 viruses to go for Nash. And it looks like at about a 5:37, it'll be Dimwit. And again, it's still close, and you're seeing some really smart plays here out of John Nash.
Yeah, he's making great plays and still setting things up beautifully.
Excuse me. It's just 3 reds to go for John Nash, but you've got to start thinking be a little bit more aggressive on those down presses, because
he does.
This is Dimwit's lead right now, and it's a big one. It's about a 13 virus lead, as you see Dimwit just getting into that zone. He's getting into that rhythm. It's so hard to stop him when he's just at that just peak speed play, really just making great decisions and managing garbage. You see he has no yellow really to deal with, but he's forcing plays regardless. And you see an extremely red heavy start for John Nash. Wow.
Yeah, very heavy.
But we're going to watch this clear. He's going to clear out 9 blocks with 1 pill. Excellent move there. He's down by about 15 as Dimwit again really establishing his rhythm now.
Yeah, it looks like John Nash is going to have to... he's got a lot of work to deal with up top.
30
have
to
to deal with a slow drop here coming up in column 4.
The benefit, though, for John Nash is once he starts working on that spire, it's doubles the plenty in that right corner of the board. So he could really start going to town. I like this drop play. He's down to 22. He's narrowing it to within 10. We're seeing Dimwit with a bit of a messy endgame situation. And now John Nash, not a lot of blues to speak of, so now he's got to be a little bit creative here. But I do see he is being creative.
Yeah, and he's still being efficient in his gameplay, and that's a very good sign right there.
It's 9-18. You're seeing a lot of setup by Dimwit. It's a lot of stuff on row 1. And
what an underneath tuck there from John Nash. That was a beautiful play.
Great tuck play by John Nash. He's keeping it to within 7, but his end game again looking a bit messy. He's going to have to start thinking about some drop plays. I think that's a good call. And
he's going to get a cross clear here.
Absolute banger of a drop cross from John Nash, and it's 7:55.
Oh, but Dimwit finishes up at a 7:56,
and that'll be it. That was level 11. So 1 game to nothing, but with John Nash running this out, and rightfully so. He's going to get just above the 8-minute mark at an 8:03, so 6 seconds.
So close.
I think if we go back and do the math, I would just think by pure amount of time that this has been the closest we've had in all of these matches so far.
Yeah, that was a fantastic game there from both Dimwit and John Nash. Great start.
And Main Kukat 2025, our puzzle game bottom line, letting us know what's going on in CTM Monthly. All right, we're waiting on a reset, board reset, and timer reset from John Nash. There's the timer reset and the board reset. Why does your thing say Kirby, Dimwit? I have additional questions based on that.
We have many questions.
Many questions. But right now, we've got readies from both players. Benji Boy says he's clearly haxing.
All right, it is 3, 2, 1, go for game number 2.
And these players starting at around the same time. Interesting board situations for both. It's early double play for Dimwit and a lot of scattered board for John Nash.
Dimwit also having to deal with a little bit of trouble in the early going, too. Having to shovel around some garbage.
Great double by Nash there, and we got a T clear, and now John Nash has opened his board up.
Yeah, it looks really good. He'll probably have to deal with some drop times eventually.
And he is a bit cut off on his right side now, but that drop clear immediately fixes a lot of his problems. And I like this play here, and he's got a bit of a lead early on, and we lost his feed. Now he's getting a bit of a surge of double reds. I thought maybe you'd want to clear out that virus hanging out at the top of 2. But that didn't seem to be the play for John.
Wait for a double red there at some point. Sets up a nice combo there. Beautifully done.
And it's 14-11. It's really the early levels. You see Dimwit get the rhythm going in the later levels. So early levels are absolutely critical for playing against Dimwit. And now it's 8, and a good course correction there. I like that. He saw he could get the clear with not too much of a drop time issue, and it is now 6-6. Both players with a bit of a messy endgame situation right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a little otsy for both. If Dimwit gets a horizontal clear here, he'll set up a nice double. He'll get it. So he'll get out at
a minute.
And he paused it by mistake.
I'm on a personal note, I'm really waiting for a pause like that to completely cost somebody a game.
It will happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
But John Nash is going to be out at under 2 minutes, so both players at a good pace right now. John Nash needing to focus. It is game 2, best of 3 here. After this, it'll go best of 5 in the semifinals. Dimwit trying to punch a ticket to semifinal Sunday. John Nash looking for his first Sunday appearance. As it is 29-28, it looks like Nash starting to creep back because Dimwit's struggling a bit here on 9.
Yeah, he's having to deal with a lot of garbage in column 6. He can't really put a lot anywhere else. Very, very restrictive on yellow.
And John Nash doing a great job keeping his color diversity, clearing garbage to open up other colors.
What a combo there from Dimwit. Beautiful recovery.
Beast combo from Dimwit. It is 15-17. John Nash really just needs to get that burst going to just get that definitive lead. He's also leaving a lot of stuff hanging. He's leaving a yellow virus hanging up in column 3.
Yeah, that is a little concerning. I would think you'd want to maybe nip that in the bud a little bit.
That's what I like.
He might not be getting the pieces he needs.
I've been liking the drop combos also John Nash has been doing. Really playing some smart tuck play again. He's so good at his awareness of the board right now. He's taking a bit of a lead on Dimwit right now.
Yeah, he's got a small lead going right now, and it looks like, now he's starting to build. Going to try to minimize the drop time there. That's a good way to do it.
And that's an excellent play. Maybe even could have gotten the tuck and cleared both yellows. Not a huge deal. But it looks like it's going to be Dimwit at 341 and John Nash at 342.
Oh my, here we go.
Between these two players, this is what John Nash did. He stole game 2 from Dimwit in their second game the last time these two met. So I know John Nash would love to have a match win against Dimwit after he got just the taste of beating him in a game. But look at this early combo by Dimwit, opening it up. He's at 35. John Nash is 34, and it's still a one-virus game. There's a bit of a garbage issue, not huge, but it's definitely restricting a little bit of what Dimwit can do. As he's down to 29, he's opening up a bit of a lead. This is the time that John Nash really needs to start managing his garbage. He had to force a garbage play. He's taking the lead now. And this is how it's going to go. These two players going to trade leads back and forth. John Nash going for doubles just to establish some separation. Now down to 24. Not going for that garbage of that double yellow.
Dimwit with a close call there.
Dimwit's got a big combo setup happening, though. He just needs the one pill. It doesn't look like it's going to happen, though, with breaking up this sequence. He's down to 22. John Nash at 21. This is a tie game, essentially. I would say even a little bit of an advantage for John Nash right now. And we're seeing John Nash think about those horizontal plays. Not getting the reds that he needs, though, as it is 18-21. Dimwit trying to open this up. And, he just cut off that double tuck. I don't know if that was the play he was intending, but that's brutal. That might cut him down here.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close here to see who gets out of 10 first.
It is
Dimwit's got a very nice compact endgame, though.
And I think that this is a good play here from John Nash, as it is 15-7. He's kind of got a bit of an issue with that right corner, and honestly both corners, but this drop helps him out in a big way. And now it's really making the determination of what you need to do next. I think he's committing to that horizontal clear for those two blues in row one. But right now, Dimwit at 4-7 right now. But we're going to see a drop combo. We're going to see it be 5-3 now. It's very, very close. Dimwit's buried a red virus though in 2.
He needs a red piece, and he'll be out.
He just needs a red piece. He's out at a 6:05, and John Nash not far behind. He just needs a blue. Is he going to get the blue? There's the blue. He's out at 6:11. It's going to come down to 11, folks. And Dimwit already going a bit nuts here. He's already at 45. It's a close game, 45-46. It is going to come down really to, again, mistakes. Who's going to make the first big mistake?
There's one of them, Dimwit, with a bit of a misdrop.
It looks like he's going to course correct, though, but that garbage is still going to be critical for him. But he is also at 35, so he has a bit of a lead. That's not a huge setback for him, but this gives John Nash an opportunity, and a good drop combo there puts him to within 3. 35-32 here in this second game. Dimwit looking to punch his ticket to semifinal Sunday, and John Nash looking to keep his tournament alive here, as it is now 29-34. I do like John Nash's. He's really just trying to set up single clears, play really aggressively, not worry about combos where you need to. I think that's the right call to be making here.
Yeah. And another misplay from Dimwit.
Ooh, a big misplay from Dimwit. That might be a big
no,
it
it was not a misplay. He just dunked on 7 and 8.
And now he is taking a 2-virus lead, but John Nash not anywhere close to out of it right now. A good play with that double blue, clearing out the garbage, clearing a virus at 17-16. These players so close right now, and really it's going to start coming down to endgame. I think this is a good drop call here, and we're going to see a double clear, hopefully. Yes, 3 viruses down. It's single digits first. A big lead now for John Nash as we approach 8 minutes here and aspire. This one might be game 2 to John Nash.
It might be. He's got doubles he needs. He's got everything in the right spot.
5 viruses. I'm loving this end game from John Nash. He just needs a couple of colors of each, and now he just needs two
more yellows.
He is going to take down Dimwit in game number 2, and he's going to do it at an 8:01. A big win. Double-digit virus win for John Nash. And we've got our 7th game 3. Wow.
Oh, what a great game from John Nash. Takes the win from Dimwit. Oh, and we are going to go to a game 3.
Our chat is absolutely hyped right now. And I think Dimwit realizing it is well out of reach.
It is.
And he'll reset and go to a game 3. You can see John Nash, the blood's pumping. He's excited. The 1 and the 9 seed. Again, this is the second time they've met, and it's going to go 3 games. So you have to wonder, is John Nash really, that kryptonite for Dimwit?
We could see an upset. Main Coon's asking if we might see one. I think we might. It is entirely possible.
The thing is, though, is when Dimwit is in that situation where it's an elimination game, we see him crank it into another gear. We saw it last time these two met. It was a minute difference in game 3 between these two, so really, it's just got to be focused. John Nash needs to remain focused, knows he's got to play at the same pace he did last game, fix those mistakes. We saw his 11. His 11 was amazing, and it needed to be, because Dimwit is just so good in those later levels.
Absolutely. We're going to count it down now in 3, 2, 1, go! And we're off for game number 3.
A big game 3, and both players know it, and both boards pretty similar in variety early on here.
Although Dimwit is having to deal with some early garbage, but he's taking care of it really nicely.
And remember, Dimwit has never lost in round 2. He's undefeated in round 2, and right now John Nash trying to keep it close. Kind of getting a little bit nuts with the blue. The blue's a bit buried, but he's got a lead on Dimwit right now early on.
A slight lead, although Dimwit is making some good use of tucks. He's going to have no place for blue, though, but he's going to start making some openings.
And John Nash going hard on the down presses, getting that double tuck. He's down. He's up by a virus. He's up by 2 viruses as far as the virus count goes. And now he's got a bit of a situation on his right side that kind of makes some separation, and combos a bit of a challenge. But he's working through it. Also, a yellow heavy board. Looking at dmwit's board, dmwit is setting up. I think we're going to see an L clear over here. Yep, that's what we're going to see, and we're going to see a drop 15-13 right now, and it's now 12-11. These two just going to be trading punches back and forth. Ooh, a bit of a misplay potentially by John Nash. I don't like that play in column 1.
Yeah, that's going to be a disappointing result there. That's going to draw on some time.
But it looks like he's trying to adjust. It's a long drop. I maybe would have used that double red just to have that Virus and 8 accessible, but didn't seem to be the play. And now dmwit's taking advantage of that. He just needs 2 blues and he'll have an early lead. That mistake may have been critical for John Nash. Dmwit out at a 148, and I do like that the end game's getting a bit cleaned up for John Nash. He's so good at that. He's one of the best end game players we have.
Yeah, I do like his situation right now, keeping everything nice and flat. He'll clear everything. He'll clear that red in the bottom left. He's got everything's good for very small drop time.
He's out at a 208, a bit of a margin, but manageable. He's down 11 viruses right now, but it's time for him to step up. He knows that he's got to just start making big aggressive plays, and we're starting to see it now. He's starting to cut his top line down, and now he's going to the right side of his board. dmwit down to 22 viruses, though, and I really like dmwit's board. A lot of double opportunities.
Yeah, and dmwit already down to 19. Get some great tucks, though, but a little bit of a delayed time there, but that's okay. And another great tuck there from dmwit.
And you can tell how into these matches our chat is, because as soon as Benji's hit go, we have not had anybody say anything.
No.
Everybody just so laser focused on the hype this match has. As it's 29-11, John Nash really hanging into some bad garbage plays. This might be the death knell. It's still early, but you don't want to be in situations like that early on.
No, you don't. The situation there he has in column 8, that's going to be pretty precarious. He's got to start burning that down at some point.
What he is doing, though, and I like seeing out of him as dmwit down to his final 5 viruses, is when he is in garbage situations, he sets things up. Or he's got a high spire situation, he still tries to set things up. But he's going to need to start addressing it, and now is the time, it looks like. As the other problem, though, with John Nash's board is there's just gaps in every column.
Yeah, there really is. dmwit getting out of level 9 at a 337.
And
this is puts that over. That's good.
This is what we mean, though. When it's an elimination game, we see dmwit step it up, and we're seeing it right here.
John Nash being a little unsure of himself there, just wasn't sure where to put that other piece.
I think,
and he's got reds all over.
He has let me see here, 3-5. He's got 10 reds and 1 yellow, no blues, and getting a ton of blue yellow, which is of course inherently useful in a board like this.
That is your typical Dr. Mario fare right there.
So it's really RNG and just a few early critical mistakes. It looks like it's starting to look like a runaway here, as dmwit cruising already halfway through 10. It's rough to see, but this copies what we saw last month against these two. It was John Nash had a big win, and then the win just kind of petered out.
Okay, I like this setup here. He's got everything set up for a combo. This would be a good way to get out. He's done it at 456, but he's got to really step it up here in level 10. He's already 30 plus viruses behind.
Yeah, it's starting to feel like a runaway, but I do like this board. A lot of opportunities for minimal drop play and a great L clear. I like that play. But what John Nash I'm starting to see is doing is he's surging deep. And when you surge deep like he is, it just makes drop time an absolute thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at dmwit's side of the board, looking at his endgame scenario, he's got things in a good position. looks like he's gonna set up to. He's gonna get. Looks like he'll get rid of that blue first, rather than that red beneath it. He's got everything set up for it.
Dimwit down to his final 3 viruses on a good endgame situation, and it's a clean board for John Nash. There's really, not too much of an issue with what's going on, but I think he just got handcuffed so badly by 9 that it's starting to look like it's going to be game and match. But again, there's still a lot of time between now and then.
Yeah, looks like he's down about 21 viruses at this point, so he's closing the gap a little bit, but he's got to really step up the aggression here in this final game. Dimwit already off to a rocking start in level 11. Pretty healthy board. A lot of variety.
I like this endgame coming up as well from John Nash. It is a bit of a blue-heavy board, but it's got a lot of multi-directional opportunities. And it looks like it's a bit of a struggle early on in 11 for Dimwit.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. I was looking at that yellow-blue he placed. He tucked underneath in column 6. I wasn't sure if that might have been a misplay.
I don't think it was too big of a misplay. As we see here, it's almost all she wrote for level 10 here, and I like this endgame. This is a very, very beautiful endgame from John Nash. He is not going to get lapped, which is good, but the margin is
23.
23? Yeah, 23 viruses. And Dimwit is struggling, so it is definitely doable, but I mean, it's got to be perfect for John Nash at this point.
Yeah, he's got to really, really hope for very efficient RNG. He's got to get very good downplay. Everything's looking good so far in the early going, though.
The only thing I'm starting to see that's concerning is there's not going to be much more red for him to work with as far as viruses go.
If anything, John Nash's board is a little yellow heavy right now. Having to get rid of those blues as soon as he can. But looking at Dimwit, though, he's down to 12 viruses. He's only got a dozen to go. He's setting everything up beautifully right now. Yeah, he's going for a cross clear there. That's the right way to go.
And it is a nice drop play by Dimwit. He's down to his last 6 viruses. Nash keeping this one competitive, but it looks like it is going to be game and match Dimwit.
Yeah, this is looking pretty likely for him right now. Yeah, setting things up to prevent some drop time. That's a good call. Yeah, that's the right thing to do there.
And at
set
an
that
8:34. It'll be Dimwit advancing to semifinal Sunday in a heck of a match against Johnnash4th. Again, going 3 games, and I think one of these days we'll see John Nash go over that hump. But it's our seventh non-sweep of this tournament, which is just phenomenal. And again, it speaks to the skill of these players. Coming up next. Well, I'm jumping ahead. That's rude of me. I apologize. We're gonna let John Nash finish out here.
Yeah, it's just got a couple more pieces to go. And he's going to finish at a 9-13.
So props to John Nash. Top 8 finish. Nothing to sneeze at for 2020. But it'll be Dimwit advancing to semifinal Sunday, and he's going to be facing somebody that he's faced before in DM Hero and Sarah Sparkle, which will be coming up next right here on Dr. Mario Month.